What's up, everybody? Today we're checking out Stranger Danger story here within Lego Marvel Superheroes. So another one of our Deadpool missions we're taking on. This is Stranger Danger. Now you'll notice 45,000 studs for True Believer. At this point you should have more than enough multipliers, if not all of them like we do, so that'll be easy. And then 150 gold brick requirement in order to access this level. So showing you here on the map where it is. We're going to go ahead and pause as well, show you we've got 168, so we have overachieved. We've got more than enough. But, you know, we were recording videos, you know, the photography missions got us 10. And so we're a bit more than 150, as you can tell. But anyways, build the door, head through, and let's see what Deadpool has to say.
Welcome to the incredible strange tales of Deadpool. It's movie night over at Reed's house when, Dr. Strange? In some kind of strange trouble? How strange! To the jet! Oh no! Trapped by the nefarious Dormouse guy!
Well, this is pretty interesting. We get a cool run-in with the magical side of Marvel here with a little taste of Doctor Strange. Now, we don't get to see him much in this game. This is the only appearance he has. But, of course, if you've played LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2, you'll know he has a much more prevalent role as one of the main characters in that game. But that's a story for another time, or I guess for another game. But anyways, over there on the left side, you saw we used Invisible Woman's telekinesis on that, like, cuckoo clock. It kind of broke when we spun it around a bunch. We were able to build that little door handle, open up this room here into a bathroom. So not the most welcoming setting for part of this level. But anyways, Dormammu is going to throw, who is the guy that's on fire. That's Dormammu, if you don't know. Big enemy of Doctor Strange. I'm sure you didn't need me to tell you that. But anyways, he's going to throw like a rubber duck and some other things out from the bathtub there from behind the curtain. And then you just break them and build them up and build the parts up into a little weight, which you pull the chain of, and that'll flush the toilet, or it'll like kind of, I guess it'll like, yeah, it'll empty the toilet. I think it revealed some, like a hammer just came out of the toilet. Used telekinesis on it with Invisible Woman to break the wall in the back there, revealed a little gold tank, melted with Human Torch. Now we're all caught up. Dormammu just ran through that wall on the right, breaking it open, which is convenient for us because it allows us to be able to walk in to this room. Over here on the right, melt that gold piece there, and then we can build these parts up into some piano keys. So I guess we get to play a little bit of piano, or well, we don't get to play the piano, but some ghost is playing the piano for us. And then it'll flip around, revealing a convenient switch, which we just got to flip this switch. And Dormammu will fall out of the painting there, and then instead of fighting us like a real man, he decides to just run off. Not sure why. I'm sure he could easily take us on without any trouble, but I mean, I guess don't underestimate us, right? But anyways, he's going to run up to that little balcony there, pull down some stairs, which will head up like a wuss, and then we're just going to go ahead and follow him because he's pretty much just laying out the path for us to follow him. So he's basically inviting us to chase him, which I guess is his whole master plan, because then he ends up attacking us at the end. But we get some help to help us out with that. But anyways, in this higher up bedroom area, over there on the back left side, use telekinesis on that skeleton to pull it down, which will remove that little curtain there, revealing Doctor Strange inside that painting. Now, in order to get Doctor Strange out of there, out of that painting, we need to find these 3 little glowing golden orbs and melt them with Human Torch's lasers. You can see the first one there, just right next to us in that little cabinet. The second one's on the front left-hand side. Pretty difficult. You just got to knock that or hit that vase, however you wish to hit it, and then it'll spring out with the golden orb. I think the game literally panned the camera to where each of them are, but you can see there a little like tricycle starts riding around the room. I guess some ghost is on that, but that's interesting. But anyways, the third and final golden orb is over there on the right. Break open the chest, and once you melt all 3 golden orbs, Doctor Strange will be taken out of that mystery dimension, and then in that painting. And then now we get to fight Dormammu. Now, for as quick and easy as most of these Deadpool missions are, this has to be one of the most annoying and tedious boss battles we've had in the entire game. To be honest, there's no puzzle aspect to it. All you've got to do is just take out a wave of these skeletons. Then Dormammu comes into the frame, and we get to take him out a little bit. That's all we have to do. And you can see 6 hearts up top. So repeat this process 6 whole times. Now I get a little tricky here. I get smart. Dormammu's shooting a laser at us as we come towards him. So just outsmart him. And as Doctor Strange, he has a little secret ability where you can turn invisible. Now, granted, Invisible Woman, it's in her name, can also turn invisible, so I guess I could have used that as well. But her invisibility feels a little bit less invisible because she has a massive glowing pink force field around her, which doesn't seem very invisible. It seems rather visible, if you ask me, but I guess you aren't asking me. But anyways, just use Doctor Strange's invisibility. I used it. It worked. He wasn't shooting at us because, well, he couldn't see us. So anyways, just repeat this process. We got it sped up quite a bit because it's a bit repetitive and boring. Just take out, I think there's probably like 6 or 7 skeletons that spawn in. Once you take them all out, of course, good place to build up your multiplier, but there's not too many studs laying around to pick up. But Dormammu, that's his second to last heart, so just a few more skeletons to take out, one last wave. And then one last hit on Dormammu, and then we'll wrap it up for this pretty interesting and fun level. I kind of like the Sanctum environment. I don't know, I've always kind of liked this level from when I played this game over the years. But anyways, this is the final hit on him. We kind of get it. We kind of take him in here, but once we get the final hit, Deadpool, take us away.
Your card was the 4 of diamonds. 5 of spades? No matter. Hooray! You now have the power of ultimate suckage. Ah, you suck. Is that guy even a real doctor? He's definitely a strange one.
So yeah, wasn't that a fun level? Stranger Danger level complete, and free play is indeed unlocked. And with that, we get Doctor Strange unlocked. So he's a really awesome character that we will try to use for the rest of this game as much as we can, but probably not going to get much opportunity to. Also, Dormammu unlocked, which is cool. But yeah, racked up a few more studs. When I say a few more, I mean like 300 million or something there, so that's cool. True Believer, again, we got 300 million studs. I don't know, if you want to do the math, whatever it was like 280 million divided by 3,840, because that's our multiplier. I wonder if that would be equivalent to what the True Believer was, which I think was 45,000 studs, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, maybe if you do the math, you'd be able to figure that out. But anyways, folks, that's going to wrap it up for this one. That was Stranger Danger story, so another one of the Deadpool missions. If you found it helpful or enjoyed it, a like would certainly be appreciated. Also, feel free to subscribe and comment. But, ladies and gentlemen, we're really at the downhill slope for this game. There's not too much left in this series we're going to be covering. So, I hope you've enjoyed the ride, if you've been following along. But, yeah, you know, we'll be moving on to bigger and better things, as I always say. But anyways, folks, that's going to wrap it up for me. And until the next one, I'll see you later. See everybody. Bye.